I've struggled a long time with whether or not I should plainly talk about some of the major issues that I've had, or should I just allude to them and, keep those to myself. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that if I'm going to be able to do this, I'm going to do this for the right reasons and do this the way I intended it. You know, I need to be open and honest. Um, and some of the things, that I struggle with, you know, some of them are easier to deal with than others. Some of them have been a lifelong battle. Um, a lot of them date back to when I was young and being sexually abused by a family friend, and it totally skewed my entire reality as far as my perception of healthy sexual relationships, healthy sexual thoughts, and it led me to a life of sexual immorality and impurity. And I'm not going to sit here and say that because of that, I'm innocent or not guilty of the decisions that I made, because I made the decisions that I made, and I'm wholly responsible for each and every one of them. That being said, when things like that happen to you, especially at an early age, and you don't get help and you don't get support from family, and uh, it definitely, when you have to shove that stuff deep down inside, it definitely makes it a lot harder to deal with it. And when you're not in a position mentally or emotionally or physically to deal with those things, it definitely, you basically deal with it whatever way that you can to get yourself through. And the way that I did was to uh, lead a life of lust and sexual immorality and sexual impurity. And when I was younger, it was much, much worse. I was much more blatant about it. As I got older, it was more clandestine and more secretive. But I'm happy to say and proud to say, not to be boastful, but that, with the help of my family, my church, and Celebrate Recovery, I'm 6 months without the use or even viewing of any pornography. I've prayed about it. I've tried really hard to remove the temptations from my life, and at this point, I've come to the realization that maybe the temptations will never be there, but the desire is gone. And I've noticed that since that desire is gone, and since I've removed that poison and that toxic influence from my life, that my relationship with my wife, my kids, and all the people around me has improved, especially with my wife. And I say a lot of these things hoping that she's not embarrassed or humiliated. That is definitely not my intention. My intention is to simply work through my issues, some in a private way and some in a public way, so that I can share my story, share my struggle, and share my triumphs and my victories, so that other people out there that are going through the same thing or find themselves in the same spot don't find themselves feeling that there's no hope or there's no way out. And there is a way out. And I couldn't do it myself. It was too big for me. And I handed it over to God and just begged and pleaded with him to just take it from me, that I didn't want it. I didn't want it anymore. It was killing me. It was killing me. It was killing my family. And I just wanted it gone. And he took it. And it, not without some work on my part, You know, he's not going to just take it from me and let me go about. He expects something in return, and I fully plan to give that to him. But um, the portion of my vlog in this regards is going to be focused on, you know, that struggle, and maybe highlighting some tools that I've used to help me through that, including Celebrate Recovery, Every Man's Battle, some devotionals and things like that. And, you know, as much as possible, I want to be an open book. And I just hope if it reaches one person and helps them, then it was worth it. Thank you.